to get her off of my payroll. Don't tell her I said that. Anyway, love this community and love drinking ketones. And I'm going to introduce you to my friend Jamie, and she's going to lead us today in some keto life parties that she's been doing online or virtually, and has just absolutely been crushing it. And I'm just super excited for her to share some tips with you of what she's doing. And she's super organized. So if you're able, grab a pen and paper so that you can take some notes, because you're not going to want to miss this. All right, Jamie, are you unmuted?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Look at all these faces I know and faces I don't know. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Well, this is super fun.
Tell us about you, Jamie.
What'd you say?
Tell us about you. Where are you from? How long have you been drinking ketones? I love that your wall decor there.
Thank you.
That's
this is a
super
BU
cute
quote. Yes, it's a Brian Underwood quote. So hi guys, my name's Jamie Hill. For those of you who don't know me, I live here in South Jersey. I always like to tell people that because if you've been to New Jersey, you probably have not been to this section of New Jersey, which is like the middle of a cornfield, Alabama status down here in Salem County. So I've been drinking ketones since April of 2019. And I drank them for 5 months before my dear friend Melissa Butler talked me into joining this amazing community. So I joined in September of 2019. Sharing this, I now work Prove It full-time from home. I'm a mom of 2. I have a 2.5 and a 3.5-year-old little girls. If you hear them screaming in the background, they are outside. It's gorgeous here today. So I'm also a wife. I absolutely love drinking ketones. Oh, Barrington, New Jersey. Welcome. That's nice and close. And I lost 55 pounds in 10 months. I love it. This is my passion. I live, breathe, eat, sleep ketones. I'm here for it. So that's me. And I just wanted to share with you guys what I've been doing for the past probably 6 weeks or so. Basically what I've been doing is hosting keto life parties virtually. I think I've got them down to a science now. I can finish them between like 22 and 30 minutes. But the first starting point to this was creating a ton of excitement about earning product for free. So how many of you guys have posted something on your wall regarding who wants to earn free ketones? If you have made a post like that, go ahead and shoot a 1 in the chat. So just let me know if you have been comfortable saying, hey, who wants to earn free ketones? So, okay, we got a couple of ones here. Awesome. If you haven't, I can guarantee that this is going to be the best place to start. So we can kind of do a working Zoom here. All right, a bunch of you guys have done it. That's awesome. So if you guys are comfortable, you can go ahead and shoot over to your Facebook page and you can create a post. And you can do several things. You can post free ketones taste better. Who on my wall isn't getting free ketones yet? We on my team call them free tones. So that's a fun word that we like to call them. Who's drinking free tones? Anything to spark a conversation or get people to go, what? How are you drinking them for free? How can I get them for free? Just getting the ball rolling as to, hey, how can I do this? How can I get this? And I open this up to both customers and promoters. So there's no limit to this, right? So once you guys have gone ahead and done that, awesome, Tracy. So we can get into how to succeed with these. This is just the starting point to that, right? So this is proactive or reactive asking. What you're going to do after, you're not getting, much feedback from that is you want to reach out to people on your team, customers and promoters. Hey, let's start with promoters first. So promoters on your team, I have conversations with my promoters and I say, give me a list of 3 to 5 people that you'd like me to touch base with. There is so much power in third-party validity. So I don't know if you guys utilize your upline, utilize your teammates. I probably tell my team 100 times a day, throw me in a chat. So for those of you on my team, you guys can nod if that's something you hear me say to you all the time. Throw me in the chat, throw me in the chat, put me in, coach. That's a Mitch quote, by the way. He always says, put me in, coach. So same, put me in. Having a third person validate this amazing stuff we're drinking, really, people are just like, all right, I'm in. Just adding one stranger to the conversation, they're like, cool, let's do it. So basically what I do is after my promoters give me a list of people they'd like me to reach out to, I go ahead and reach out to them and I simply introduce myself. I say, hi, my name's Jamie Hill. I'm in your Prove It community. I never say I'm your upline. I always say I'm in your Prove It community and I'd love to just touch base with you and learn about your journey so far with ketones. So if that makes sense, or you think that's if that's good verbiage and you guys are following along, go ahead and throw a 1 in the comment. I'm definitely using my Joseph McClendon III training here. I think it's so awesome to just throw a bunch of 1s. So once I get the list, I start reaching out to these people. You start learning things about these people. Like they don't even know that free ketones are a thing. One, they have no idea how to get them. By the way, that was me. I was like, what do you mean free ketones? And Melissa Butler's like, what do you mean you don't know about free ketones? So learning about free tones is just something that people may not even know is a thing. And when people come to you and say things like, hey, you know, I have a hard time affording these. How can I afford these? This is a great conversation to have with them, right? So you can get them for free, whatever. That's ACE training. I could go off on a whole tangent here, but I won't. I'll keep it Virtual Keto Life Party. All right. So once you start having conversations with people and they're like, yes, I want free ketones. How do we do it? You're going to want to say to them, let's set up a keto life party for you. And they're going to say, what's a keto life party? And you're going to say, awesome. The first thing you want to do is get a time and a date that works for your host or hostess and yourself. So I do all the talking for my keto life parties. It's the service I want to give my customers and my promoters. I want to take that anxiety off of them, or I don't know what to say off of them. I want to host it for them because now they're learning things from what I'm saying. They're learning my verbiage, and now they're going to be more comfortable at some point to go spawn off and host them themselves, which is the goal of this, right? You don't want to be doing 700,000 keto life parties for the rest of your life and not hit your MVP multiplier because you're running parties for everybody. You want to teach your amazing promoters how to do this themselves, get comfortable, and, you know, duplicate that from there. So Sally Melendez, she's on here. She listened to 2 or 3 of my keto life parties and she's like, I got it. I'm good. I run with it. And she does. She goes and leads her own. So once you have gotten down a time and a date, you are going to put the responsibility of the actual keto life party on your promoter. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Oh, Ashley, I need permissions to do that. Anyway, guys, head over to your Facebook. You want to create a group. This is very, very, very important. You do not want to create an event, okay? You want to create a group. So I'm going to throw it in the chat, group over event. The reason being is because you're relying on your promoter to create the group, you won't be able to go live if they create an event, okay? So we found this out the hard way. My first 7 keto life parties, I'm making an event within an event. It was a mess. Make sure it is a public group, okay? So when your promoter sets up this public group, have them name it whatever keto life party. So Jamie's Keto Life Party is going to be the name. And they want to start inviting people who need our product. Just invite people. How many of you guys get invited to Pampered Chef, Monet, Color Street, Usborne, right? Like you just get invited to events, and some of you may show up and some of you may not. But I always tell people, you can go ahead and invite, but the power is in follow-up, okay? So right before we have these events, you want to make sure that the person, so your promoter, is reaching out to those people specifically because you're giving your time to your promoter. You want to make sure that it's worth it, okay? So now that you have the actual group set up, everything else lies in your hands to go ahead and host this. Now you guys can figure out, A, do I want to host this, or B, do I want to just be a viewer? That's going to be dependent on you and your promoter who's more comfortable doing it. I would suggest that you do it for your promoters first. And I'm going to go over my outline with you guys. So if you have your pen and paper, awesome. So I'll show you guys how to make a group. If you guys do not know how to make a group, throw a 2 in the chat so we can go back and make sure that we do that. I want to share with you what my outline is for the party. So the very, very first thing that I do is what Ashley did for me is introduce. Awesome. So Tracy Sherry will definitely get into Facebook and create those groups. Yes, Melissa, you can also use your champ upline to host the live if you're not comfortable doing so. Yes, yes, yes. Utilize us, put us in coach. Yes. So the very first thing when I go live is I sit there in silence for about 45 seconds, right? You don't want to start your live on the group event and start talking. You want to give the opportunity for people to join the call. So I sit there in silence for 45 seconds and then I tag the host or the hostess in the comments. So if they're not there, I'm reeling them in. And then once they get there, I'm like, listen, start tagging the people you invited to this event. Let's flood this. Also, a tip that I do is I tell my team, hey guys, I'm hosting a Keto Life Party. If you're available, please jump on and support us. That support of having the team on has been amazing. Again, it's that third-party validation where now you're having people coming on saying, I'm loving the product, this is my favorite flavor, blah, blah, blah. If that makes sense, type a 1. So I go on and I introduce myself, who I am, where I'm from, how long I've been drinking ketones, what they've done for me, etc. And I hosted, I think, 36 Keto Life parties in February. And I will say February was probably one of my best months, and it was a short month. So just keep in mind that it did take a little bit of time to see the growth from that, but they've absolutely been beneficial. And then my promoters are like, oh my gosh, I'm learning so much about the product while we're doing this. So it's a 2-for-1. So what I do is I mix up a ketone while I'm live. I literally have my shaker cup. I explain to them how much water. I even show them that we have tubes and we have packets, and that the only difference is that the packets have the directions right on the back. That's where I read the directions on my live to these people. And then I tell them that it's harder to mix this in a water bottle. And if they're up for a challenge, I can show them how to do that. Or if they want to take the simple way, we can just use the tube and pour it into the water and shake it up. While I'm shaking it up, I'm asking them, are you a ketone newbie or are you a ketone junkie? You want to feed off of the chat and you want to talk super excited. So when I'm having these events, I'm smiling, I'm happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Are you a ketone newbie or a ketone junkie? And then the chat starts firing up, and that's where you rely on your team if they can hop on to be like, we're junkies, we love it, this stuff is amazing. And then the newbies are like, wait, what am I missing out on, right? You're creating that sense of urgency, that excitement, and really FOMO if they're not going to take some action steps. That's a huge part of having these keto life parties, is making sure you're giving action steps to that. And I'll get into exactly what that means. So Susan, yep, I can send you my outline. I actually have like chicken scratch on a piece of paper here. So I'll make sure I go through that. So number 1, introduce yourself. Number 2, mix up a ketone while you are live. And I go over all the benefits. So while I'm shaking it up, I'm like, who wants a better mood, better skin, better focus, better energy, fat loss, appetite suppressant, less inflammation, better digestion? What do you want? Which are you most excited about? And then people are like, oh, fat loss, oh, more energy, oh, more focus. And they start, rattling off exactly what you're talking about. I'm sure there's a way we can probably attach my outline to the notes for this meeting, guys. So we'll make sure we do that too. So once I mix it up, I tell them the rules. I say, guys, if you're going to start drinking this now, you have 30 minutes to drink this to feel that your body's in ketosis within 1 hour. And I make a parallel to a car from going 0 to 60. Someone talked about this in training before, and I just took it. So I take all of these stories and I put them into my Keto Life Party. So I say, if y'all want to feel the benefits of ketosis and you want that clean energy and you want to feel like the windshield wipers of your life are happening, you want to make sure that you are drinking your ketones within 30 minutes of mixing them up. And then I say, If you're not ready to drink them right now, they're good for up to 12 hours. So you can go ahead, mix them up, throw them in your refrigerator, and start drinking them on your commute to work. So we got busy parents getting kids into the car, dropping your kids off at daycare, running to work. The best time to get into ketosis is while you're driving into work the next day. So I always do tidbits of information where I can relate to my crowd, right? I was the busy mom getting 2 kids into the car seat in the day, rushing them wherever, and then heading off to work. And drinking this on the way to work was a game changer for me. So I always talk about that. The next thing I do is I show our products. Okay. So I'm like, all right, now that I've taught you that ketones are the 4th macronutrient, that we produce them naturally, that these ketones are the only available bioidentical ketones that, are lab fermented. They're natural. They're amazing. Now I'm going to show you how to get them. So I grab my trusty 10-day challenge and I hold it up here and I tell people, I say, listen, this is the best way to get started drinking ketones. This is our 10-day drink ketone challenge. It is our only variety pack with 5 flavors, 10 decaf, 10 caffeine free. And this is so versatile. So what you can do, I'm actually pretty much hosting a Keto Life Party for you guys right now. So what you can do is you can follow the guidelines right on the side, which are 2 ketones every day, or you can have 1 ketone every day. This will last you for 20 days. Or you can start with half a packet, then transition to a full packet. And you can make this last 30 full days. And people are like, whoa, wait a second. Like, we just went from 10 days to 30 days. I'm definitely getting my money's worth. And I also tell them there's a money back guarantee if you're not satisfied. So they're like, what? Why wouldn't I try this? There's a money back guarantee. I can make this last 10 days, 12 days, 20 days, 30 days. I'm in. And I say it's our only variety pack. Now, here's where the FOMO factor comes in. You will get special pricing as a new customer. So it's going to be $99 for your first time, and it's going to unlock 22% off of our site for 14 days after you order. And then here I go. If you want the challenge link sent to you, we'll send you an easy to use cart right away. Type challenge in the comments. And then people are like, okay, awesome. Challenge. So then we got challenge, challenge, challenge. And the hostess is busy making her carts ready for her people ready to go after the party. So now they have an action step. They want the challenge. We're moving on. So I show the challenge and then I move on. I go over keto ups. So what I say about keto ups is I say, where are my Red Bull, Bang, Monster drinkers at? And if you're here, which is your favorite? And then I tell a story. So if you tell stories about the product, people will be like, oh, okay. So this is the story I tell. My husband works shift work. He was drinking 3 to 4 white Monsters every shift, and he was blowing a ton of money on energy drinks. And I was like, just try these. And he was never, ever, ever, energized from them, right? He was like all the way up here, and he was never, burning fat, having laser focus. He's in law enforcement, so he needs to be focused. So I was like, make the switch to this. My husband made the switch to these. He drinks one of these every single day, and he lost 15 pounds without changing his diet. That's my story I tell people. So people who are addicted to Red Bull are like, wait, I get my bubbles in and I lose fat, I'm in. So I make it relatable to me, and then I show the product and I tell them we have different flavors available online. I do show them our Mexican ketones as well. So I pull them out and I'm like, look at these little ampules. How cute are they? 15 mLs of ketones are in here. And then I explain to people the difference between these and the Nat. So I show my drink that I shook up and I'm like, listen, remember I said, once you drink this, you have 1 hour to be in ketosis. Well, this is our game changer here. This is instant ketosis once you drink it. And again, I ask people, I'm like, who loves warheads? Who grew up, eating warheads, eating sour candy? Who loves that stuff? This will be right up your alley. And of course, there's people who don't like that. So what I say is, all right, for my people who love sour, you're going to cut the top off and you're going to take it like a shot, be in instant ketosis, feel amazing, and they're salt-free. And then I say, all right, for those of you who aren't loving the sour, there's a way to make this sweet. You add it to water, and you can add as much water as you need to dim down the sourness. These are so amazing. We had someone on our team who actually was going running, and she said, I don't want to drink 16 to 20 ounces of water before I go running because I'll have to stop and use the restroom. So these are perfect to just take a shot before you go running, instant ketosis, take a little swig of water to wash it down and go. So I tell that story and people are like, amazing. So I show them that as well. I go into Keto Cream and I encourage them to, I quiz them. I'm like, the first thing I say is Keto Cream does not have ketones in it. And then when I go back, I'm like, all right, guys, so does Keto Cream have ketones in it? Yes or no? And I make them answer. So I'm giving action steps. I'm feeding into my crowd. I'm pulling out information from them to make sure they're paying attention. I make them say that they're live because we do give a 3 or 5 day experience away as well. So I say to them, I encourage you to do some research on MCT, the effect on the brain, Alzheimer's, dementia with MCT. There's so much scientific research out there. And then that gets my sciencey people like, oh, what do you mean there's science out there about MCT? It's like, I'm in. And then you encourage them to start doing research about MCT, about Alzheimer's, about dementia. And it really starts opening their eyes up to the fact that this is not a weight loss supplement. This is an energy source and that there's so much more than just our Nat. So this is the Keto Cream. And then I show them our Protons. And I say, where are my people who work out? Where are my people who love going to the gym? And where are my people looking for meal replacement shakes? So we also have our protein infused ketones. I go into the Protons and I just say, you can mix them in water, unsweetened almond or coconut milk, shake them up, make them into ice cream, bake with them, super versatile, whatever you want. These taste amazing and they can be your meal replacement as well. So this is just like, I love my Protons. This is what I break my fast with every day. And then I talk about our Nat Light. And again, I think we've all heard from HQ that we have to be like very careful about our verbiage with Nat Light, right? So you guys know that we can't come out and be like, these are great for kids. I'm going to share with you my verbiage with Nat Light, and I hope that you guys are able to use this as well. So basically what I do is I hold up all 4 and I'm like, look at these cute little Nat Light packets. They are amazing. I don't know if you guys can see from here. And then I hold it up close. I'm like, do you guys see what that little black circle says? And they're like, no, I can't read it. What does it say? And I'm like, it says parent approved on there. Do you know what that means? How many of you guys are parents? How old are your kids? And again, they're in the chat and they're rattling off like, oh, I'm a mom of 4. Oh, I'm a mom of 2. And you're like, oh, that's awesome. This stuff has been amazing as a parent. I keep saying the word parent. Okay. I'm not saying like feed them to your kids. I'm saying as a parent, I have been able to incorporate these in my day-to-day life. This is how. So I say, I will shake them up and I will, turn them into gummy bears. My team is going crazy making these into gummy bears. My team's going crazy making these into popsicles, but we're never once saying like, feed them to your kids, give them to your kids. We're just saying as a parent, these have been amazing. My children have been taste testing these. The other thing that you can say is, as an adult, this is how I incorporate them into my day. So I always tell people I start with a keto nat charged in the morning. I have a keto up in the afternoon, and then I have a decaf nat in the afternoon. I love mixing Nat Light into my decaf nat in the afternoon. It gives you extra ketones. I like to think of it as like my caffeine-free unleashed, right? So adding like 30% more ketones into my decaf drink and changing the flavors. Okay. My very favorite is Giddy Up Grape with blueberry acai. It tastes just like grapeade. So people love that because grapeade is like, we get to revert back to our childhood a little bit while we're burning fat and it tastes amazing. So people are like, oh my gosh, I want to try that. So just what Diane did in the chat, perfect. She said, yummy. That's what people are doing in my chat. They're like, oh, I want to try that. And then I talk about e-learning. I say, how many of you guys have students at home who are sitting, and I say students, I don't say children. I say, how many of you guys have students sitting in front of the computer screen for hours a day? Could they use better focus? Could they use cleaner energy? Could they use mental clarity? This would be a great way to incorporate that in their day-to-day lives. And then people are like, oh my gosh, yes. Kaylin, let me know how you love it. It's literally delicious, my favorite. And then I follow up with the reboot. And this is where I add a little bit of humor into it. You guys do what you feel is natural to your personality. But I always say, like, this is our 60-hour reboot. Yes, we fast for 2.5 days. I know y'all are looking at me crazy through the camera right now. That's fine. This box has everything that you need in it. And we have an amazing, all right, I see you, Keto Sue Sunshine, shaking your box there. It has everything that you needed, and you'll be put into our accountability chat. The entire Prove It community does it together, so you are not alone. And I go through what's in the box. I talk about the capsules. Whoops, my lid just fell off. That they help your appetite suppressant, that you have an amazing community, that Prove It does it together. Way to go, Sherry Phelps, 5 reboots this month. Woo! So I talk about that. I talk about my results, how many I've done. So I'm like, I lost 5 pounds during my reboot in February. If you are feeling like you're addicted to sugar and carbs right now, if you're feeling bloated, if you're exhausted, if you need a reset, come do this with us. And again, last night in my Keto Life Party, I was like, today's the last day to get them, so you better hurry up. If you want to reboot, drop reboot in the comments. So then they do that. And then I loop back and I grab my 10-day challenge kit. And I'm like, if y'all want the 2-for-1, you want to get in here with the best bundle that we have. We also have this bundle available now. Drop bundle if you want the 10-day challenge and the reboot in the comments, and we'll get you started on that. So we're giving them action steps and we're giving them stories in between. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to show you guys Mitoplex. That's because here it is. Okay. So then I'm like, and look at this stuff. Sometimes I'll mix a Mito in while I'm shaking up my ketones live. And then I talk about a story with Mitoplex. My favorite story about Mitoplex, I will tell you guys, I went to Colorado in October and I was like having serious altitude sickness. I had like a pounding headache. Again, we cannot make medical claims, but I will say I drank 3 of these within 24 hours of being in Colorado and felt amazing. Melissa Butler's laughing because she was there. I was like, I need something, help. And I shot a Mito straight with her. Not mixed in water, just shot it straight like a pixie stick. And woo, I felt amazing after that. So this stuff is the bee's knees. Look at that. Sue was over there shooting her line Mito. I love it. So amazing. You guys do it every day? Man, I need to step up my game. What am I even doing? So I go through all the products, right? So I introduce myself, shake up ketones while I'm talking about all of the benefits. I go through our support products. I give them action steps as to, do you want the challenge? Do you want the reboot? Do you want the bundle? Those are the 3 action steps that I give them. And then I show them how to make it. I talk about the 12-hour rule. I talk about drinking it within 30 minutes. I show the products, and then we get into the nitty-gritty of Smart Ship. Okay, so again, I grab my boxes. Using visuals for people over virtual events is a game changer. I could sit here and say, we have an amazing Smart Ship program where you can get free product and product for 22% off. And people are like, oh God, she's trying to loop me into this thing that I'm going to be stuck in. No. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to grab a box of ketones and you say, you guys have the opportunity to never pay full price for ketones, and I want to share that with you. So then I say, how many of you guys out there have Chewy, right? So do any of you guys have Chewy, have pets? You order your pet food off of Chewy. They have this thing called Autoship, okay? And it is exactly the same as our Smart Ship, except our Smart Ship is way better. So I say this to people. I say, if you guys have pets, you're ordering from Chewy and you get your dog food delivered every single month without fail on the 13th, Prove It's going to do the same thing for whatever you choose. So go ahead and put something on your Smart Ship so you never have to pay full price again. You're going to get 22% off. And then 5 days before they ship it out, they're going to say, hey, just wanted to let you know this is coming in 5 days. If you want to cancel it, delete it, move it, whatever, today's the day to go ahead and do that. Sorry if you guys can hear that dinging. So basically this shows up on your doorstep. You're going to get this. And then the 4th month, Prove It, for you being a loyal customer, they're going to say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And they're going to slam another bag or box to your front doorstep. So who doesn't love free product, right? And the chat is like, oh my gosh, that's great. And then I'm like, okay, so that's step 1, right? Okay, cool. You get discounted stuff every month. And then the 4th month, you get a box free. Who wants all of their stuff for free, right? Okay, so this is what you do as a human. You call up your best friend, you call up your mom, and you're like, listen, I am drinking this amazing stuff. I've dropped X amount of fat. I've got better skin, better focus, better fat loss, better sleep. My appetite is suppressed. I feel amazing. Do y'all want in? And of course, you're a nice, authentic, genuine, happy person. And your mom and your best friend are like, sign me up. Like, how do I get it? And you sign them up under you as a customer. I make sure I throw that out there 100 times. As a customer, you guys, holy smokes, as a customer. And then what happens is when your best friend and mom sign up under your link, you're going to get your box for free. And again, I'm talking like way up here, super excited. And you're still going to get that box for free on the 4th month. Who doesn't love free stuff? And everyone's like, oh my gosh, free tones. And we're like, ketones just taste better when they're free, right? So now what you're doing is people are like, wait a second, like I can get this stuff for free. And all those people who your host or hostess reach out to who are like, oh, I can't afford it. Now they're like, holy crap, I know 2 people who could use better fat loss and more energy. Awesome, let's get them started, right? So now you have a visual and they're like, I'm getting free stuff. That's amazing. And I tell them again, guys, no strings attached program. You can cancel it, change your date, add product, remove product, whatever you need to do. This program allows you to do it. Just make sure you stay consecutive for 4 months and you're getting free stuff. And then I take it up a notch and I'm like, all right, so y'all love discounted stuff. Y'all love free stuff. Who wants to make money, right? And this is where I tie in the business aspect of it. So this is my last piece of it. I talk about the business part. And again, I'm very careful about what I say. I don't talk numbers. All I say is since drinking ketones and deciding that I wanted to be a part of this community, my husband had been able to pay off X amount of debt in the past year. We sold our home. We bought our dream home. We're currently having it renovated. I drive a luxury vehicle that Prove It pays for me to drive every single month. It's amazing not having a car payment. How many of y'all don't want to pay for a car anymore? Yes. And then people are like, whoa, they start thinking like, oh my gosh, like, what could I do with the money I'm spending on my car payment every month, right? And you start to get the gears turning of people who are in the crowd who didn't even know that this possibility exists. And then I tell them, I just left my full-time job on January 8th. I do this full-time now. I loved my job, but it was such an easy decision for me to want to be here and help people experience better and help them change their lives. And I'm so excited for this opportunity. Our community is amazing. And I know you guys have probably heard it a million times about how amazing all of our communities are. Y'all don't have what we have. We have a huge family that is full of love and really truly cares about changing the lives of everybody around them. And that's it, guys. Like I just go into like a very genuine, lighthearted talk about why we're all here. Think about why you joined Prove It as a promoter and use that as your business talk at the end of your Keto Life Party. I always leave with, guys, if you're interested in me hosting you a Keto Life Party, I'd absolutely love to. Send me a private message so we can get something set up. And then you start the ripple effect. Now the people who are on there, they just got their 10-day challenge. They're super excited. Now they want a Keto Life Party. Now they're inviting people and you're getting your customers free product, which means they're going to be more, more open about sharing it, right? Oh, I'm drinking this. Oh, that would be great, but how much is it? Oh, I'm getting it for free. What? You're getting it for free. And now your ripple effect is just taking off because you are giving this amazing opportunity to your customers, to your promoters. You're going to turn some customers into promoters because now they're going to have 10 people signing up underneath of them. And they're going to be like, could I make some money off of this now? And you're going to be like, oh, you sure can. So it's just this ripple effect. And they've been amazing for this entire past 5 or 6 weeks that I've been doing them. Every day I sit down, I write out how many I'm doing. And then real quick, guys, let me see if I can share my screen. Perfect, I can. All right, can you guys see? Here I am over here. Can you guys see? Thumbs up? Okay, perfect. So create group. All right, so now you're here at this create group. So we're just going to say Jamie's Keto Life Party. Make the privacy public. And then it says invite your friends. So I'm going to invite all these people down here. We're going to invite Sally, Andrea, Tracy, Diana, and Erica. I'm going to hit create. Once you hit create, it's going to take a second. But now here it is. And now you can go in, you can hit edit, you can change your background. You're going to want to put something up for Prove It here. And then go down to here, excuse me, and say, so happy you all are joining me for my virtual keto life party. We will be live on 3/9/21 at 1 p.m. Get cozy on your couch and join us for some fun. Woo! Okay, then you create that post. You can post as much or as little, excuse me, as you would like into these keto life parties, okay? As the host or hostess, okay, that person has to allow this to be public. When you're ready to go live, you go into here and you do live video. And then that's going to be on this group wall. Do you know what the best part about all of this is, guys? It's going to stay in that group. Okay, so that person now has a group page with a keto life party on it that they can go back in and tag people at any time to go watch it. Okay, we also do giveaways. So we say, if you're live, make sure you throw a live. And then as the person who's doing the talking, I do rely on my promoter who I'm hosting for to give the product away, or else I'd be just throwing away my entire stash with 36 parties this past month. So you can definitely rely on your upline, your champs, whoever to help with that if you guys don't have the available stock. And you never announce the winner on live, okay? You want to wait a day or two and have like the wheel pick a name, whoever was on live. You can even add more hostess rewards. Like if you place an order over $150 in the next 3 days, you're going to get 3 entries into our mystery grab bag. You want to create excitement. You want to create FOMO. You want to give people action steps. Order the challenge, order the bundle, order the reboot, order something over 150. Look at your MVP multiplier. How close are you? What do you need? Do you need 3 people to order, 150 BV? There you go. Use that as your, as your catalyst there. See what I did? So I think that is it. Yeah, I think that's it for my parties. They've been super fun though, and I love doing them. So Ashley, any questions for me?
That was awesome, Jamie. Thank you so much for sharing. I took tons and tons of notes. And so we had a couple people asking if you'd post the outline in the Better Starts Here group with the recording. So yes, we will do that. And then let me see what else we got. Melissa says that was fantastic. Way to go, girl, which that is the genuine. That's the consensus.
Yeah, I hope you guys got some value out of this. My next Keto
awesome.
Life Party is the 11th. So I'll see if we can get links out to you guys. You can come join and you can just watch me and then, take notes and tweak it and make it your own and just have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. Thank you so much for being willing to come on and do a training and share with us. And then she says, what group is that? Better Starts Here. Yes.
I got you, Diane. I'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah, so the group is Better Starts Here. It has a picture of rhinos at the top. If you can't find it, just ask someone in the community to add you and they will. Let's see what else. Talking to Carrie about these. Perfect timing. Would love to join. Erica says, be careful adding a ton of people to your party at once because Facebook, yeah. Do maybe like 10 at a time, then go eat some lunch, come back.
Yeah. And always make the group about like 5 to 7 days ahead of the event. So I always schedule out a week so people have time to go get people and then talk to them about what they're adding them into.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. It was fun. I loved it.
Cool.
Makes me want to buy ketones all over again,
Well, I got some here if you need some.
All right. Well, you guys have an awesome day. And thanks again, Jamie.
You're welcome. See you guys. Bye.